Just it's good to be back out here and working again on the grass, and good practice, good enthusiasm. It's fun to see those young guys that we've kind of been anticipating their arrival, to see them out there practicing, and even though it was just one practice and a rather quick one at that, just to kind of get a glimpse of what they're capable of. It's good to see the development of the guys that have been with us in the past. I think that my first impression of the practice is pretty similar to what I would say about any first practice. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of confusion, a lot of work to do, but a good first start. I think that when you watch our first groups out there practicing, they get it, they understand our tempo, they understand our standard, how we like to do things, and they operate efficiently. The thing we've got to do is get those other guys up to speed as fast as we can. We kick it off 27 days from tomorrow against Nevada, and we're going to be counting on a number of those young guys to help us play, and so we can't wait. We've got to have a real sense of urgency to get those that are going to be helping us on that game day ready to go, and so that's what we're going to do. But it was, like I said, it's nice to be back out here in this environment. I think we'll get a lot out of it. This is a beautiful campus. They're very accommodating, and I think our players are excited to get going. So.
Coach, how does this first day out here in San Bernardino compare with last year's group and that first day out here? Because I remember last year.
Well, the temperature, for one, it's not near as hot, which is okay, but just there's a familiarity. Guys know where to go. They know how to get there. For us as coaches, we've been through a whole season together, and so we communicate more efficiently. I think we're light years ahead of where we were. But what we've got to do, and one of the challenges, is getting those young guys up to speed as quickly as we can. And so that's one of our real objectives here.
Coach, you talk about a little bit about the Navy SEALs training that the team underwent over the last few days down in San Diego.
Yeah, we just feel like it's important to always open our players up to new experiences. I think that's just, part of our responsibility. Present new challenges to them, find ways to help them grow as young men into men, find ways to promote a team bonding type of atmosphere, teamwork, and to be able to spend some time around some of the men that we spent time around for those 2 days, and the values that they adhere to, and the work ethic that they demonstrate, and the sacrifices they make, and the commitment to team that they have and they show. I think that rubs off on our young men, and I think it helps them develop into better people, and I would hope into a closer and better team. And so it was powerful for us. It was just a great experience.
Now, were you there for that? Were you there? Were the
Every
coaches there?
second of it.
Okay.
We were tied to the hip with them. Yeah.
There's a lot of expectations for you guys this year. How do you keep that from getting too out of hand early in camp? It's got a long way till the first game.
The only expectations that matter to us are ours. All those outside ones don't matter to us. And so we have our own set of expectations, and those are the ones that matter.
Coach, any concerns that stood out even on the first day of things that you guys really gotta, get better at very quickly? I'm sure
Everything.
There's a lot. I know.
Yeah, I mean, you want every practice to be perfect, and you're never going to have a perfect practice, and if you do, then it's not tough enough. But I mean, just a lot of concerns, and I from the snap count to the finish to everything that happens in between, to how we run on and off the field, to how we line up the stretch. I mean, everything. We just got to get better at everything we do and more efficient. And so it was a good start for us, but I think everybody recognizes they're excited, got one under their belt, but it's just it's important that we just keep pressing on and keep the pressure on each other and keep working to get better at everything.
So besides practice out here, what's on the docket? I mean, what's the day like? What's the routine?
There's meetings, there's lifting, there's practice, there's sleep, and there's eat. And then you just do it again. And that's what you do. So there's no, we're not going to be hitting these volleyball courts or, we're here to work. We're here to get close as a team. We're here to get better every day. We're here to develop into the type of football team that we think we're capable of becoming.
I think this was your first time seeing Willard throw. Seeing Willard, Ashanti? What did you think?
Thought it was his first day, and I'll reserve judgment till I see him. But I mean, I know that he's a big, strong, physical kid. He's very smart, has very good leadership qualities, and you know, once I've seen him throw more than 10 or 15 passes, I think I'll have a better feel. You know, I just had a gut feeling all along that he was going to be able to participate this year. I don't know why I had that gut feeling, other than that I felt like when it all came out to those that were making the decision, that they'd recognize that this is a young man who was genuine and pure in his intentions the whole way through. And I felt like because of that people would recognize it and they'd say, you know what, we're not going to penalize him. We're going to let him play. And that's what happened. You know, I think that he was honest all the way through, forthcoming, and I'm glad people recognize that.
It seems like the decision came down really fast. It was like 24 hours later.
To you it might have. Yeah, after his appeal, I think that they decided within, well, at least right around one day. Yeah.
So how big of an impact was that personal interview that he had?
You know, I don't know, because I haven't talked to anyone from the NCAA. I haven't talked to our compliance people about it. Heck, I haven't talked to Eddie about it, you know, other than just to say, hey, we're happy for you. I haven't asked him about the details of that discussion at all. I don't even know if I ever will, you know. So, but it would seem, just because of the, you know, the decision being made so soon afterwards, that, you know, he was very honest and, like I said, very forthcoming, and I think people recognize that.
How does that change your defensive line for this year?
Well, it certainly helps us, especially in light of the fact that, you know, just this past week we decided that Oa's not going to be able to participate this year. He's just quite simply not ready to go, and physically he's not where he needs to be. Emotionally, you know, it would be just really difficult for him to overcome what he's gone through. He's had 2 surgeries, and you know, we were very hopeful and that he'd be with us when he had that second surgery. As I said, it wasn't as bad as they thought, but everybody heals at a different pace, you know, and he's just not ready. And so, because we don't have Oa, it's just critical that we were able to bring Eddie in. Now, Eddie's young, you know, as good as he was in high school, this is just a different level. You know, so I think we have to be careful about how much we expect of him immediately. And our expectations are going to be high, but you know, we all have to keep in mind that he's a freshman. We're going to have a whole lot of young guys contributing this year, and you see it out there. You see a bunch of raw talent, especially on defense, and they're going to have to perform. But we've got to do the right thing and bringing them along, ask them to do the right things, put them in the right position to make plays, not overwhelming them, being demanding of them, the whole thing. So.
Was that pretty obvious right away that it was maybe a more talented group out there today than it was last year?
This team just looks different to me. I mean, I don't know how you guys saw it, but it's bigger.
That's what we thought.
It's more physical looking. You can tell that the work they've done with Coach Alosi is really paying off. And that's only 1 year in. You know, if we can keep developing this way, I mean, we can, you know, reach our goals eventually. But we're a long ways from where we want to be. But we look, that's my impression. I look at them, it's a better looking group right there. Mm-hmm. Same guys at a lot of places, better looking. Mm-hmm. Like our freshman class. Mm-hmm. This is, you know, in all my years of coaching college football, it's the best looking freshman class I've ever seen.
That's a big statement.
Yeah, I know.
Is Ely going to stay outside?
Ely will play both.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, like on a depth chart that we would use internally, he's listed both at nose and at left end.
Ellis as well?
Yeah, but Ellis will work a little bit more inside.
How about Eddie B? Inside?
Outside.
Strictly outside.
Yeah, right now, outside. You know, with a freshman, I think it's really important that you put him somewhere and let him play there, develop, and see if he can just digest that and be productive there before you ask him to do multiple things. So that's what we're going to do right now.
I noticed that you had all the 4 freshman DBs all in at one time rotating on the same unit. Is that going to be by design as far as up to speed, getting them all on the same page, or are you going to?
No, I mean, we'll mix and match, but today it was just the way it worked out. You know, those 4 guys are all going to have to play for us this year. They're all going to get to play for us this year. So we got to push them along at a pretty rapid pace. You know, and they're a talented group. Like I said, physically talented, a lot of skill. It's just a matter of you know, honing them loading them up.
So what happened with Darius Bell?
He hurt his hand a couple weeks ago, so he's just, he did everything. He's just got the little
Broken, or it's just?
I'm not even sure. He'll be all right. He did it a couple weeks ago. Same with Eric. Well, you guys knew about Eric's deal, right? He had a little surgery to get some loose bodies out. He'll be okay too.
Kenny Walker.
Well, you guys knew
he's the back injury. Yeah, everything's still square though. I mean, he's
redshirted.
Okay.
How about Massington? How's that knee coming along?
I didn't watch him today, but he did everything as far as I know. So I think he's going to be okay. There's only 30 plays. It was hard for me to watch 105 players, but I think that he's okay.
When did Priest Willis and Craig Lee report?
Craig Lee reported on Sunday, and Priest met us up here yesterday.
So Priest didn't participate in the Navy SEAL.
He did not.
Is he okay? Everything's good with him right now, or is it still kind of waiting out?
What do you mean?
In terms of being able to play this year, or?
I'm not sure that I haven't had any communication with anyone back at school today, so I'm not sure if he's been cleared by the NCAA clearinghouse or not.
Okay.
He's been accepted into UCLA and he's waiting on NCAA.
Yes, he was accepted into UCLA a long time ago.
Is the process going long? Is that taking longer than you guys thought? The clearinghouse seems like it takes so long.
Yeah, they've got thousands of young guys to go through. So, although you want your guys to be the priority, the reality of it is that the guys back there, they don't really care about. I'm not gonna say they don't care about Priest Willis, but to them it's just a name. To us, it's just, hey, come on, hurry. So.
Quisenberry, right guard. You're gonna kind of.
Yeah, we'll start him out at guard with the thought that he can, eventually probably play some center. But for him right now, I would think the best place is at that right guard spot.
Physically, we were talking about Ellis McCarthy losing as much as 25 pounds. Did you notice that today? Did you
see him lay out and make that interception?
Yeah, he got a tip and then the interception. Exactly. Yeah.
No, he moved. He was moving better. Mm-hmm. He was lighter on his feet. He was quicker. He had better endurance. He's through that freshman year. He's made the adjustment. I think he's more settled in. I don't know that last year at this point in time, he was quite ready for the rigors of college football. And then through the season, we probably did him a little bit of a disservice by moving him from defensive end and nose, and then we toyed with him at offensive guard. And I don't know that that's, looking back on it, I don't know that that's fair. It's our fault, but he's done a great job this offseason. The other guy who's just completely transformed his body is Torian White. The guy's, he at times last year he was playing at 265 pounds. He's 290 pounds now, and his body fat is, low for a 290 pounder. So Simon as well. Simon looks totally different. A lot of guys do. It's been good to see.
So what do you think about the SC game this year?
I was waiting for who's your backup quarterback.
Jim, second time around out here, how have you maybe refined your plans for or making use of camp away like this?
It's the same mindset, really. There's just more familiarity for us as coaches and for the players that have been here as to, how we do things in this environment. But we're gonna. One thing that right now we don't have to be as concerned about is just the heat. The objective was not to. Last year, the main objective was not to come to an environment that was as stifling hot as it was. That wasn't why we came to San Bernardino. There were other reasons, and we had to make adjustments along the way just because of the heat. This year, it doesn't appear that that's going to be the case. 90 degrees to these guys or 92 isn't. Last year we were talking 105. So I think that'll. Enable us to just have a little bit more flow to our day, not have to adjust every day.
Was there ever really a period when you thought you weren't going to come back just maybe because of the weather conditions?
No, I love coming up here. I think it's a great campus. It's perfect for what we want. We're isolated, but we're not so far away that the kids' families can't come out and watch them practice. We've got great dining facilities. We've got outstanding dorms. We've got a good locker room. The fields are great. We've got a lot of space. The people on this campus are incredibly accommodating to us. I think it's a perfect environment for what we're trying to accomplish. I hope, I like it a lot.
So the better weather, you're going to make them do the hike this year?
No, I think they did enough so far.
Well, you could fool them this year by telling them they're going to the pool and then make them go hike.
I think that the last 2 days got them what they need with regards to that. So,
Thanks.
okay.